Welcome everybody to Command Combat Battle Reports, and today we have Total War Attilla, and we've got the Kingdom of Charlemagne versus Westphalia. And we have with us, as always, our expert, our in-house expert, Cliff.
Hi.
And our in-house
Cynic,
Troy.
MAGA!
I think that's what they're shouting over here. Okay, I think this is this the Charlemagne, Kingdom of Charlemagne? I think these are the Kingdom of Charlemagne, but you can correct us here, Cliff. Let's take a look at this army here. Oh, wait a minute. No, I think it was Westphalia was on this because they had more of these. Anyway, so we have Saxon Cavalry. What do you know about them here?
Well, these were another Germanic tribe that Charlemagne was doing his best to wipe out, and he pretty much did a good job of destroying them. And these are guys out of the east. They're all mostly horse cavalry, light cavalry, some heavy cavalry, and they were no match in reality for Charlemagne's army.
And the other thing that I think is pretty clear when you look at this is that despite their name, they really were not sexy.
Not particularly, no. Especially with that, I mean, it kind of makes their noses look really big.
Yeah.
If they just get rid of those helmets, they might really look. They need the queer eye for the straight guy. Now these guys are going to be the Skirmisher Cavalry, so they're just they're definitely not going to be really hard cavalry there. Now we have the doggies, the Warhounds, coming out of they're just called Warhounds. Was this something sort of common with a lot of armies at the time?
Yeah,
or?
this has been the armies have used it, especially in Europe, for a long time. The Romans used warhounds, and everybody's used them because, well, you get somebody down. These things are big dogs like Rottweilers. They hit you in the chest and knock you down, and you're done.
All right. Well, they'll be having to move them up, and they're kind of out taking a walk, and hopefully they're going to go pee on their enemies. We have over here the sword veterans.
Yeah.
And that seems to be just sort of the meat of their army. They are backed up by noble javelin. Yeah, and if you notice anything about their armor, or
well, this is common for this period. The conical helmet with the nose guard. The guy with you can tell the wealthier guys because he's got an eye protection because that costs a lot more to make. It's a much more intricate piece of armor. But this is pretty much what everyone would have been using, and usually everybody has exactly the same type of armor. Round wooden shield will make a good shield wall. A thick, heavy, single-handed sword. That's a bastard sword, and so basically, there's a lot of pushing and a lot of hacking up front, but everybody's pretty much wearing the same type of armor, and usually they have a mail shirt under their top clothes because these guys are using their arms a lot, so they've got a lot of heavy armor on.
So you get upper class, middle class, lower class, based on the nose guard thing.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's on how much they're going to preserve their faces there.
Were these standing armies, or were they militias that were pulled together?
They were militias. These are tribal levies. This is not a standing army. The only standing army, part of Charlemagne's army that's an actual standing army, is his paladins, the knights. They're the professionals. But the rest of these guys they're brought in from his retainers. They have, this is the beginning of feudalism. So each lord has so many people that he brings with him, and a lot of these guys are like in the northern clan in Scotland, where the people were part of a clan. They all belonged to the same group, and they all came together. But there was no standardization. I mean, the game makes it more standard than what was really going on out there. There was not a lot of standardization. All the shields are not the same. People had they brought what they had, and so.
Okay, and this is Westphalia. So where are they from? What nation?
Well, Westphalia is a geographic expression, not really a nation. It's an area in Germany that's called Westphalia. The people themselves are Saxons, and the Saxons
Again, not really sexy.
but
Yes, Saxons, not sexies.
but it's just a region of Germany, Westphalia.
So, was this place near Westeros, or was it
No,
in another part?
You're not going to see dragons in this story.
Oh.
I'm sorry to say, Troy. No dragons and no mother of dragons in this story.
Oh, she's sexy.
All right.
All right, so then
you guys promised me nudity.
that's me. You don't like the fact that I'm lying in front of you nude here, running the camera?
God damn it, Jeff.
So you do that? Yeah, this.
Put your pants on.
Okay, I'll put my shirt on for you. All right, so there we go. I got my socks on. So now we got the javelin men in the back,
Oh, chicka bow.
and then over here we got the Heath Guard. Is that right? Yeah. Oh, Hearth Guard, not Heath Guard. They don't have Heath bars.
The Hearth Guard is more. These are the king's closest
Buddies?
companions.
They go have cigars together.
Yeah, well, basically they're the nobles.
Behind them, you have the Baby Ruth Brigade.
They're the nobles.
All right. And then over here we've got the Saxon Cavalry.
Only a fool messes with the Toblerone Brigade.
That was the commercials they always had. So Saxon Cavalry, anything about them, or just sort of the same thing as everybody else?
They're light cavalrymen. They're using light spears, light shields, fast horses, and not a lot of armor. They're very lightly armored.
Yeah.
But
All right.
they do each have 2 arms.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's make sure. I guess they haven't been in battles yet. So.
Which has been, I understand, a long-standing rumor is that Charlemagne had a genetically modified army.
Yeah.
And I think we can clearly say from this that it may be true, but we don't see it here.
Yeah. Records from that time period are sketchy at best.
And you got onagers on each flank. Now, what do you think about their setup here? It seems like they got their Saxon cavalry on one side. Oh, just cavalry on both sides, and then you get the front.
Basically the cavalry's there, especially light cavalry's there to come around on the flanks, attack the flanks, and the real strength is right here. The Hearth Guard are the main body. They're the king's. They're the heavy cavalry. They're the heavy infantry, and they're the ones who're supposed to do the breakthrough.
Okay, so they're going to break through on the left. Well, meanwhile, they're just going to have kind of a general attack. It looks like everybody else is over here to kind of be fodder.
Yeah, you spearmen, you just get in and stab to push guys back. And those guys right there are going to try to do the breakthrough along with on the flank with the cavalry.
Oh, okay.
Now Charlemagne's trees there on the right, what was their role?
They're spies.
he had tree men as the.
They're renewing, sending all the information back to Chuck himself.
Yeah.
They were paladin trees.
Yeah.
To Chuck himself?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what they call him, Chuck?
Chuck.
All right. How much wood can it chuck? All right. So here's Charlemagne's forces, and it looks like up front they have their spearmen. Let's take a look. I am making everybody dizzy. Don't worry, the cameraman is drunk. All right. So here's their. Ooh, wow! You can already see they're more well armored.
Yeah, these are heavy infantrymen. Notice their spears have got they got 4 edges on it. These are man killers. They come through that armor, whatever light armor you get through, they push in, and wherever it goes,
she said.
it's going to rip out your chest.
Oh, jeez. And, of course, you got Derpy Man over here, and his brother, Mr. Derpy, as well.
Heartbreakers.
Yeah.
They kind of say, oh, this guy, that's the one thing. They may have the great spears, they may have the great armor, but, if they're distracted like this guy looking out behind them, and these guys kind of look up in the sky, you're not going to do too well, I don't think. And this guy over here.
It's clear that they were overcompensating for something else.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what. But they're really not even looking. This guy's even paying attention to. Now this guy has a big nose too.
Yeah, that's probably the colonel.
Oh, okay, yeah, and he's got like a nice shield there and everything. All right, behind them they have the levy
archers. Big shield, big.
Yeah.
big shirt.
This is an advantage that Charlemagne army has over the Saxons and all that. They've got archers. They can reach out and hit the other side a lot harder, a lot faster than they can, because these guys.
Reach out and touch.
Yes,
me.
basically, it's what they're going to be doing, is reaching out and touching them.
Aw. Reach out and touch. Dumb buddies and... Alright, now I'm actually having a little trouble turning. Oh, there we go. Had trouble turning, and then all of a sudden it's just spun everywhere. Alright, so over here, what we have is the mounted swords. Well, they're a mounted swordsman, but they're not really mounted on anything. Do you know why they're calling them mounted swordsmen?
Well, they came on horseback originally.
Oh, okay, so yeah, probably rode here and then got off. 'Cause
They were each issued a pair of coconuts.
Yeah.
exactly. Coconut men are behind them. I think it's false advertising. Okay, back here we have Charlemagne himself in amongst, well, he's supposed to be in amongst some of these guys, or at least his commanders back here somewhere.
This is a shocker. These are heavy cavalrymen. They're going to come right at you. They're not going to go to the flank. They're going to come busting right through the line. That's heavy cavalry, and they'll run you down.
Mm-hmm.
And see, notice the kite shields that they're carrying, and this is standard heavy cavalry weaponry.
So to give kind of they're analogous to modern day voters in Florida.
Right.
No matter what your plans are,
they're
going to decimate them.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. I mean,
And here I was thinking it was just Mary Poppins came and told them to go fly a kite.
yeah.
All right, now they've got over here, they've got their own honor guard. Looks like that guy's really ready. Stupid Mary Poppins, they all hate her. And they're it looks like they got their legs up on there and everything, ready to really rock them. And they also have some swordsmen over here in these trees, way over here. Who are these guys? Looks just medium melee infantry.
Landscapers.
Yeah. And they got cavalry way over there
And
too.
some cavalry way on the side here. Oh, way on their own. Frankish horsemen. Frank, what are you doing over here, Frank?
I think I found where I want to be.
So what do you know about the Frankish horsemen?
These are light cavalrymen. These are light cavalrymen designed to go and attack the flanks, and their spears are a lot lighter. But notice the lance head is a lot longer than the ones that the Saxons had.
So they derive their name because they're reanimated dead, or
And you can see they have some more over there. I think they're also Frankish horsemen. Let's take a look. Yeah, Frankish horsemen. So that. Go ahead.
This is all. They're all prepared to go for the flank. See, because at the moment, the Saxons have the high ground. If they stay on the high ground and don't come down, they have a greater advantage. But this is to lure them. That setup, having their army scattered all over the place, is to lure these guys down off the high ground, and so the flanking cavalry can come up behind them.
Okay.
So
sounds kind of rapey to me.
yeah.
Who would you guess would be? Who are you kind of thinking might win this? Take this one.
Charlemagne.
Charlemagne. All right. Is it just because of Charlemagne or because of the setup?
It's because of the setup.
All right, to lure them down there. What do you think? I almost called you Frank. What do you think, Trey? Or whoever's back there.
I'm also going for Charlemagne, but not because of anything tactical or strategic. I just think that any man who goes through life with a nickname Charlotte,
Or Chuck.
or Chuck, or Char, and succeeds and becomes king, that's a guy that's got a lot going for him.
I'm gonna go because of that Char name. It just is sounds badass.
Well, it was called that's the French version. He's actually called Carl Magnus.
And that's better?
Yeah, fair. All right, let's see how this thing goes. We're going to push play, and it looks like their strategy is starting to work of luring them in because the Saxons are starting to pull down. All right, we're on the overhead view, and it looks like just like you said, Cliff, the trap is being played into. I forgot what they were called again.
These are the Westphalian forces.
Westphalian, yes, exactly. Westphalians are moving in, although you see the commander is kind of like walking off.
Well, he needs to be able to command, see what's going on. And being on the heights, he can actually see what's going on and hopefully try to stop them from doing something too ridiculous.
Oh, now, yeah, he's running towards them. He probably saw something they're doing that's ridiculous, so he's running to them going, hey, guys, wait up!
Now, what the light cavalry should be doing is when they get getting further down the bank, they should be moving along.
Oh, you mean, Charlemagne's light cavalry should be moving up?
They should be moving up to the top of the hill so they can hit them in the rear.
Yeah, they should be moving up here, and the same with the other one, which is down. Oh, it looks like the other one is moving.
Yeah,
the
he's
lower
already
one
done the
done
flank. He's already flanked them.
It's just his buddy forgot to move.
Well, they've got their eye on him.
Yeah.
And so he's waiting, and these guys are going right after the onagers.
Yeah, and it looks like they just got hit by some onagers. You
Yeah,
can see some
they
of them are
got
dead,
hit.
but they're making a run for it. Oh, and so those are some sharpshooting onagers there.
Yeah.
But they are going in for that. Let's see them go in for the kill here, because there isn't much else in terms of the rest of
And
the
they're
market.
and they're heavy onagers, and that's why it's taking so long for them to turn them around.
And that is a hit.
Yeah. Now the Charlemagne has light onagers, and they're easier to move.
And yeah, that's true. And it looks like maybe the reason they didn't move here is you can see the cavalry still there close to these onagers, but
they did not move out far enough to the flank. They should have moved farther away.
to go around, further
around.
over that way. Now, of course, in these games, sometimes they have a limit, so they might not have been able to. But anyway, so since they do not have canister shot, looks like they are going to be making it.
They're going to hit them because they're moving. They should have stood their ground
instead of trying to keep moving.
Yeah.
And boom, boom shakalaka laka.
Yeah, they're going to go run. They're going to run them down.
And they're like, screw this, we're going out of here. But we're going to pull our little knives out, because I'm sure a little knife's going to work against those guys' spears.
They've got to survive, to protect themselves some kind of way, because they cannot run those horses.
That is true. That's a good point. So they're going to try to cut them in the shins. All right, so and then we have the other cavalry's going down here and hit the guys with the dogs in the back.
Hitting them in the rear, yeah.
Yep. Oh, and they're getting shot at from every direction, so that's sort of unfortunate for them. Oh, that horse just got swallowed up.
Mistake they've made, they're now turning around to chase the cavalry.
Right, and now they're broken
They've
up.
lost
The
their formation is,
and
now they're heading right into the middle of Charlemagne's forces.
And the cavalry's going over towards this
The melee
guys.
force.
Yep. Now they're just going to stop and throw some spears at them. So like, all right, screw you. We're going to come out and get you. Oh, and the onagers are going into them.
So they've stopped and made it easier for the onagers to hit them.
Yep.
And now the archers are probably shooting at them too.
I think I see, some of those arrows coming in and hitting them. So they are getting hit, and now they're going to come in and hit that shield wall.
And this is a bad mistake.
That is they just basically tied up their cavalry there, and the rest of the cavalry's running up here to where? Oh, look.
And they're going to try to go for that other unit.
Yeah, either the other unit or just going to hit them in the back.
They should have hit them in the back. But
Yeah.
see, they were afraid because this was going to happen. This unit that's free has now got them pinned between two forces.
Yep.
So, Cliff, here's a question for you. In real life, at the time of Charlemagne, when you had such large forces across such a wide area, how did they coordinate?
Well, that was the thing. These things are easily get out of control. That's why you try to keep your men from rushing out. With your officers, if they keep their head, they move all the same time. They don't move independently. Like these guys were told to go by the King's Guard. His heralds would go over and tell them, the king says, move here at this point. And
you can see the cavalry actually got chewed up here, the ones that were in these woods, and the Charlemagne's cavalry went in there and finished them off and is now sort of following them up.
Yeah, that was heavy cavalry that broke them. Now, these guys are all piled up right in the middle, and they're getting chewed up by arrows.
Arrows and the spearmen. The spearmen are holding them in place while the arrows go overhead, although
Now,
they
these
do
guys
have
are
cavalry
going
coming up the side.
They're going to try to hit this
And Charlemagne is countering with himself, actually. His paladin guardsmen, they're standing guard, and here they come. Now, Charlemagne should have charged, but...
No, he's letting them do all the work.
Oh, I see. Okay, let them exhaust themselves.
Yeah.
Especially, you can see the troops over here, they're still slowly moving in there.
Mm-hmm.
And
they're being chewed up, and now heavy cavalry are turning on these guys.
Oh, yeah, they're heavy cavalry going over there in a wedge formation.
Mm-hmm. And
here
so
we
he's still got a whole bunch of troops that are once these guys have committed themselves completely, they're going to be surrounded and crushed.
Right.
And that's why they're not moving. They want them to come. They want them to get stuck in, as the British would say.
Yeah, is that what the British would say when they get committed and stuck?
Yeah.
Well, you do have the cavalry have come back here and have hit. Who were the spearmen there? That was the noble javelin men.
Yeah.
Oh, they are nobles, and they probably have some armor.
Yeah,
these are the ones that were like middle class, high class, low class. All right.
And they've got some archers.
Yeah, archers who are supporting. However, they seem to be running now. I don't know where they're going. You can see in the background.
Well, they're running because there's cavalry coming at them.
Oh, I see. They're going to get themselves set up. That's Charlemagne leading his paladin.
Yeah, he destroyed the cavalry coming up.
Clearly, they're 5th level because they have their mounts. Oh, some Dungeons and Dragons reference there.
And now the archers are dead.
There goes the archers. Ooh, I would not want to be right there. Oh, you saw a guy stumbling over.
Yeah. And so,
Legolas!
Let's watch this in slow motion here. Actually, I should have seen some of the attacks, but I like some of these, the way they fight there in slow motion. I'm gonna take...
Now they're using the horses to push these guys aside, and the horse will come up and kick them, push them on them, run over them, step on them, and now they've broken through. They've broken their back, and these guys are running for their lives.
Oh, skewered him.
Yeah.
Slow-mo.
That wasn't
Slow-mo chase down.
He didn't even use the spear. He just used the horse.
I was going to say, if the horse probably took it away from him because he, probably wanted to do one of those, what is it? A kebab. Or, what is that called when you have, is it shish kebab?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
The guy's last thought was, and I just saved enough for a down payment on a horse. Oh, the irony.
The irony that a horse then took him down. Meanwhile, this fight still goes on. I wonder what that looks like in slow motion here. Just a ton, big. I mean, this wall of Charlemagne's just will not break.
Yeah.
All of his spearmen just up there, just like, all right, come to me.
Yes, these are heavy infantrymen against light infantrymen.
Yeah.
And these guys in the back have got nothing to do. They're bunched up, and that's a mistake. They're all bunched up in the back, and they're just nothing to do.
That's one of those, you got the numbers, but if you can't use the numbers, it doesn't matter.
And here comes their infantry right behind them.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
Cliff, exactly how many different classifications of infantrymen were there? You had heavy infantry, light infantry. Did you have Bantam? Did you have cruisers?
Flyweight.
Flyweight infantry.
And here comes the flyweight infantry versus... Actually, funny enough, this thing still says that it's even up.
Yeah, it's still even.
I guess they could break through or something?
Yeah, see...
If they break through, that's true. Charlemagne does not have... I mean, they do have a reserve right here with the mounted swordsman, but,
And he's keeping his reserve and keeping those guys fresh. When these guys finally begin to break, that mounted group is going to come down, sweep down on these guys.
Yeah. Although some of them are breaking through that line.
Yeah.
They haven't destroyed the line, but they managed to get through. That's interesting.
But they're weakened.
They're going, we're going to get you with the bows.
And here comes
arrows,
the mounted infantry.
Yeah, here comes the reserve.
That's all she
And they're exhausted.
That's why you keep a reserve there,
Look at their
folks.
heads down.
Yeah,
they're
just
exhausted.
like,
They're not even putting up a fight.
like, well, they're making it easy. They're putting their heads down so they can be chopped out.
Embrace of death, come to me.
And then the horse,
Charlemagne's paladins are coming up the hill again.
Yeah.
They're getting up the hill so they can charge down on you a lot more.
And the enemies are just so pathetic, they're not even bothering them. Look at that. They're just like, I'm going home.
Taking my marbles.
Yeah, exactly. I'm digging my marble shield.
Guy at the end's going like, see the world, Bob, they said. Have adventure, they said.
This sucks. But meanwhile, the line actually is, the line that just keeps going. They just keep fighting each other there.
Yeah. So they have the weight of numbers. It's just that they can't use those numbers because they're all pushing them to one side.
Yeah.
And he's still got archers up there.
Shooting down on them. And the cavalry is chasing the other cavalry. Almost looks comical there, the way he's chasing them down.
They're breaking up any reserve, anybody that can help them. And once they've got all of those stragglers all beat up, they can completely surround that group in the middle and crush them.
Yeah, and there the sword fight that was just happening here in the middle just ended. So that ends. Charlemagne has the right flank. How does it look in the center here? Well, man, you still have arrows raining down on them from above.
And they still got onagers.
Yeah, that onager.
And now they're coming to their flank. They're going to hit that
Infantry
flank.
to the left of me. Cavalry to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with paladins.
Although I think it's the onagers that are stuck in the middle.
Yeah.
Man, those guys suck. They always show how much bigger their rocks are.
Yeah.
Like a big stones, man.
They haven't gone after the king of the Westphalian king.
Yo, that's true. He's still, where is he? He's way over here.
Right in the middle of it.
Stuck in the middle with the king. Now that's where it really sucks.
So
He's always going to be like, I'm a noble blood.
these guys, and that unit's still strong. They're broken. That flank is broken. They're coming in behind them.
What do you think the lingo of the day was? Instead of saying, boy, he's got stones, did they see, boy, he has a bronze codpiece?
Well, that's what I said. I don't know about, anybody else, but I was always saying that sort of thing.
Yeah, they're breaking now. And now here comes the cavalry.
Oh, cavalry coming in from behind.
And there's Charlemagne's paladins.
Oh, and there's the I almost said Westminster. Westphalia's commander getting hit from behind. The Westeros commander. They just got Jaime Lannister. Go down, Jaime.
He is weakening.
In fact, actually, I think that might be him walking back there.
Surrendered.
Oh, he's got his head down. He's like, I'm so depressed. Battle is running in your favor, and it looks like they are gone. And that is it. That'll do it for the Charlemagne versus Westphalia.
Go Char!
Char wins the day once again. Well, thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed our nonsense and historical information all coming from Cliff here. Be sure to subscribe and watch many more of our videos. Happy gaming, everybody! We hope you liked this video. Be sure to subscribe and thumb us below if you did. Also, if you think the player should have done something differently, be sure to tell us in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and happy gaming, everybody!